It's Japan in blue serving, Türkiye in red receiving here in Antalya for the Volleyball Nations League, brought to you by Volleyball World. It is day 2 of week 1, and it's straight away transition volleyball from Japan, and that is what we are going to see from them all match long.
Well, it's technical execution of a tactical plan. A fantastic job there, defensive positioning, service target, and then a really smart play on the transition opportunity.
Already the boos and whistles, the pantomime has begun. Very well played, good disguise on that from Tuba.
So the service not really has an aggressive angle on this play, which allows a lot more options for the setting distribution.
Kalach to serve. Oh, that's a great block. That's the one thing that, if Japan aren't careful, they are going to get caught out.
It's the weakest part of their game, their lack of physicality in attack. They don't have any really physical hitters where they can just give them the ball and know that they'll match the Turkish block. But the Turkish block is not just big, it's fast, and they make very good decisions.
Nice pass. Oh, yes. Oh, set-tastic. What a dig, though. Oh, the skill level is off the charts. And look at this, Japan have got themselves into almost back into system here, and they get the pipe going. Absolutely magnificent.
Well, patience is going to be the name of the game for Japan. They're not going to blast Türkiye off the court, so they have to be willing to be patient here, force some scrambled situations as they have here, and then when they get the chance to swing, go for it.
Nicely done. Rich getting that one past the block.
And for all of Japan's efforts on the last points, that one quickly turns around. And so simple sometimes for Turkey. Japan has to keep Türkiye working really hard.
Good cover. Well, that looked like it was coming a long way off. Japan read it well. Oh, little bit of luck, they'll take it.
What an incredible dig. Just phenomenal body control there from Baladin. Laying out to her left. And most importantly, taking the ball in front of her so the ball comes back towards the net where they have a chance to make that touch.
That's a good pass. Another chance here for Japan, couple of options. And a very good swing, tidy swing from Hayashi.
Yeah, much smarter decision. She's going to have to work with the block. She knows in that situation that the set is coming from a long distance. There's not many options. The block will be good.
Tell you what was interesting then was as she backed off Hayashi, she had a look to see where the block was fixed, took her eye off the ball before it was being set mine, and then got back in. That's excellent play. That's not caught anybody. Yeah, a bit of a straight at that one for Vargas. And just like that, Japan are on level terms. What's another? Good lead. It's the speed of the play, isn't it? Makes it difficult.
Well, and trying to create some tension in the seam of the block there with running the longer quick, the shoot or the 7 or the B, that finding that space where the block of Türkiye cannot just stand there and be physical, that they have to make some little movements where they're not so far over the net.
That's an easy lead for Baladin.
Well, the service pressure from Japan is a critical part of their game tonight. They have to keep Turkey off the net where they have a little bit more time so they can set up their block and defense.
So I think we probably see a few more serves. Some of the players not playing today for this one, having to sit out. Nice, good aggressive swing from Koga.
And a really good aggressive set to stretch the block out, to not let it be a short move. The speed and precision of the set. An excellent job from Koga getting in there to work the top of the block.
Well played. And that's off the... it's just quality, isn't it? It's really smart volleyball.
Well, it's the question of what is going to work for Japan. They have to play to their strengths, have to play within their system and be disciplined. And these are the moments. It's not a really clean situation that they're setting the ball. The hitters have to be smart. If they get a rush of blood and try and bounce one, it'll hit the ground before they do off a Turkish block.
And talking again about how smart they are, the middle blocker coming out to play this one, as she's gone, she's not just made the block, landed and then tried to pick up, she's watching the ball the whole time. She's made it look so easy, didn't she, to make that touch off the tip ball, or off the ball just over the block.
Well, it's awareness of what they're capable of. They're not going to get a lot of kill blocks, so being ready for that ball to pop up, being ready for the tip, being ready for the next action.
Yes, there's a lot to be learned from watching Japan play. And that's how they're going to go about it. As you rightly said, Liam, they're not the tallest, so they're not going to be over the top of any block here at this VNL. What they're going to do is just get it off the hands, find the gaps, frustrate, make the block their best friend.
That is a wonderful, wonderful shot. Excellent body control from Baladin. Everything in her action here says that the ball was going to have to be played cross-body line. And that last second snap and control of the hip and shoulder where she can let her arm go short in that angle. That is a top-notch swing. Very difficult technical execution. And the friendly roll off the tape. Japan standing deep, really trying to look after the strength of the Turkish serve. And a little clip leaves a big hole in the middle of the court.
Speed once again. So the time pressure on Türkiye for this match is huge, isn't it?
Well, it'll be a really interesting battle to see the choices that Japan uses with the distribution, how they use some variation with what the middles are doing and not let the Turkish block get settled into a rhythm.
Like that 1 foot jump float serve, because you don't know where it's going until it leaves the hand. A good touch from Icos. Oh yes, big block from Japan. Wonderful work by Watanabe.
And the service from Japan trying to set up this play, that it's Ivagin is going to be the target, it looks like, in this part of the game.
Got Captain Hole.
9-9.
Lovely touch. Looking for those hands, and I left enough angle as well. That's some shot.
The vision and control for Japan is going to be critical on these situations where the ball is not perfect, where they know that there's going to be a really well-closed block. They need to take what's being given to them.
Good serve, trying to send that into the traffic for Türkiye, trying to make it difficult for Vargas, but it's difficult to try and make it difficult for Vargas.
It is no small feat, and even with a good read and a good position on the block by Japan, just the physicality of Vargas there.
I'll tell you what, Jansu as well with her setting. She's getting really, really good at disguising that ball behind now. She's so straight in the air, it's really difficult to tell where it's going. Oh, good combination play, but a little bit too low. Good leave. Ooh, ball is in. I thought that was out.
Well, from our angle we were watching, it definitely looked very close to the sideline. And you called it that it's a really good combination play. So the variation, getting the Turkish blockers' eyes to be somewhere else, but then the play out of this where they play with really good control and have a good swing from position 4.
That's a great serve. Vargas does well. And does even better then with the block. Interesting then, looking at Vargas, he was only watching the ball, knew it was inside, so just wanted to make sure that she closed what was available to her in front, didn't she? Huge serve. Japan with work to do. And again, they're going to do it. Nothing that's going to come Türkiye's way is going to be like it's going to have a topspin on it, is it? It's going to be a side spin left and right and all sorts off the block.
Well, they have to play the game that's being played on the other side of the net, which is what Japan wants to do, is force them out of their rhythm. And that they can't, it's not going to be a pure physical, a high, fast game.
Nice touch, Jansu in the right spot. That looked suspiciously like a foot fault if it was dragged across the floor. It might have been in the air, difficult to see from our angle. Certainly the second ref had a good view of that. Nothing called and no challenge coming either. Well, we do see, ball did not land in. So Japan up by 2 in this opening set. And they could be up by 3. Bit too tight to the net. Another opportunity though as they scramble the ball. And now it's Türkiye with a better opportunity. They can't take it though.
But you can see the Turkish block and defense has just started to figure out what the Japanese tactics are, particularly from position 4.
Time out.
They touch us so much, and they cannot touch in this way. Mille, 4 times on 5 attack, they touch you, and this is not possible. If the ball is close to the net, you need to attack over, or you put one ball inside in the court. Then there are a lot of situations exclamative. Oh, girls, listen, please. There is this situation. We took so many points here. We know very well this situation. So we need to stay with 1, 2. We need to stay with 6 here and 1 here. If there is this ball, we can run. But this ball cannot drop every time. Dai, come on, here.
For those of you that have been watching VBTV since, well, forever, will have seen Santelli. There's Furhat Atbash watching on. That's one of the stock phrases on. There's plenty of dignitaries in, and we'll get through them as we go through. But just that, I love that phrase from Santelli. It's his stock phrase. It is not possible. They've done it 4 or 5 times. It's not possible. Touch.
The deception on that set is unbelievable.
Well, we're both just saying it's open because we're all thinking that's going out wide. Not that way, though. Look at that.
That is unbelievable body control, and that's what results in the block touch. It's not necessarily the execution of the attack, it's the execution of the set, forcing the Turkish block to reach a little bit more than they're ready to do.
Do you know what? I'm getting the feeling here, this could be a massive, massive moment for Japan. If they can get the better of Türkiye this first set and they don't respond, this would be a huge win and huge points for them on the rankings.
Well, everything counts for Japan in this VNL because they're wanting to go to the Olympics, and you can see the pressure that's putting on Türkiye.
Well, it's brilliant. It's a sign of respect because Santelli's had to make a change and Karakurt's come in. Vargas has gone out for the moment. It's a double substitution to bring the setter into the back row, but just as well to give Vargas a bit of a breather, you feel. I think if he'd have had his opportunity as Karakurt is welcome to the game, say Japan, you've been blocked. He wouldn't have wanted to have to do this if he could have avoided it. I think Karakurt didn't want to do that either if she could have avoided it. This is incredible. 6-point lead. Timeout maybe coming again for Türkiye. He's just checking. I think he's still got one more. That will do. Side out. Something for the fans to cheer about, but they've got a lot of work to do.
Well, it's a time to see where Turkey is at in terms of their preparation. So whether they're taking this as the slow build-up towards trying to win VNL and Olympic medals, and the desperation whether they can go right now when they need to.
And to be fair, when we look at the squad Santelli's put out, and he did this a lot with Conegliano. Actually, he was put the second team out, but what he also did was, if they didn't get the job done in the first time round, right, go back out and do it again. So he may well keep that with Türkiye here, because Güneş isn't in through the middle for Türkiye. He didn't put his absolute strongest team out. Coming onto the court now to serve is Ay Kurogu, plays for the Saitama Uchiha Medics, has done since 2014. A couple of times actually, Türkiye caught Japan out with a tip ball.
It's the contrast in what their block is capable of and what they're preparing for. So they're not preparing for Turkey to be a team that's going to tip a lot. They're a team that's a power team, will play fast and aggressively. So they're in a position to try to defend the hard ball, and they'll take their chances on these slower balls.
Did well not to touch the net with that set. Speed, precision, point, Japan.
Yeah, the aim there on that attack was not to try and bury the ball. It was to get through the seam, to go high on the block and to put the ball in the corner. Some words of wisdom being shared, or maybe just a bit of reassurance that we're going to get this on the Turkish bench.
That's better. Big swing from Karakurt.
And a really athletic set from Kalac. And we see the first part of the double sub return. So now Karakurt and Vargas on the court.
Good dig. With the confusion, but that's a nice high ball. Opportunities for Baladin to do what she does best.
Well, it's a broken play. The set's a long way inside. So for Japan to know what's coming and to have the discipline here is really difficult. The block is in a good spot, but the defense is kind of split. There's not real one angle or the other where they're trying to protect the court.
Oh, such a good pass. Just keep that platform in the bodies, doing everything below, and the platform's just perfect.
Well, it's the touch on the ball that allows the tempo of the reception as well. Japan is wanting to try and give the least amount of time for the Turkish block to be ready. So the speed of this reception, the parabola that the ball travels on, is going to be a lot less than you see with some other teams.
Because we don't understand. It's not completely the line. Okay, I will say we want one in this way and the attack is in this direction. We know that we have to protect this ball. If there is we want in this way. Okay? If there is this position 4, position 5, position 6. But this ball is so important. Until now, we didn't take 1 point on the line. We take only point here. Go inside in it, okay? And stay there in it. Shot, throw the shot. Okay, boys.
Just got a brief glimpse there of Eda Dem, the captain, not playing in this match. And next to her, Alexia Karutasu, the Galatasaray player, also not playing. So there are a few reserve players Türkiye have they can bring in during the week, not just the 14 that are on the roster. But it's all Japan at the moment, 20-15 up. And in a sense, that play kind of typifies the way Türkiye could just get this job done by going high ball out wide and not perhaps have to play so quick.
It's part of the question is, do we just try and go to one thing and work it and work it and work it, or are we really focused on playing the best volleyball that we can play? At the moment, it may just be about survival for Turkey in this set.
which you kind of think, don't you? You've got to play to the team in front of you. And actually, if the fast stuff isn't working, then slow it down, go high, go over the top.
And really good response here from the Turkish block. The discussion in the last time out was they're not scoring any points on the line. It's all cross-court angles, so we can adjust our position on the block and make it tougher. This is the illustration of that timeout on the court.
We're back to within 3. Well left. Yes, it was well left. Oh. Well, that, you just knew that was going to drop, but it kind of gave the impression that's going miles out, and it was very close. Good leave by Türkiye. Too low, but Japan do have a chance, but it's free ball now. Türkiye should score, must score. Do score!
And for Vargas, this must be great to see her back in rhythm, to feel like she's got some good tempo on the ball and she can swing freely. There were some concerns early that she wasn't quite getting what she wanted, but a great point there.
Again, Karakurt, the assistant coach, getting involved.
Well, it's a team effort on and off the court. It's going to take everyone doing their roles to the best of their ability, with Türkiye closing the gap as we get to the business end of the set.
It's really reliant now, isn't it? If it's Japan's side-out game, which can be excellent, it needs to be excellent now.
And they need to be brave. They need to take some difficult choices, and they need to be staying aggressive.
That's an excellent pipe attack.
And really good variation. They're not giving Türkiye the same look multiple times. It's multiple calls from the setter, trying to create different avenues on the court for the hitters to work in, particularly with the middle hitters working on different approaches.
Quite a few straight line runs coming as well, as opposed to your sort of semicircle runs from Japan. That makes it a bit of a different picture. Oh, goodness me, angle-tastic, but almost kept in play by Hayashi. Nonetheless, though, Vargas, incredible.
Whatever Gunesh was saying in her ear on the bench has obviously paid off.
Probably something along the lines of, come on, I can do better than that. Lovely pick-up. Plenty of options here now for Türkiye. Yes, indeedy. Vargas steps up. The gap is only 1. Timeout call. Well,
Koga's leadership and experience is going to be a huge factor for Japan's performance today, and you can see her there just going, hey guys, we can do this, a smile on her face, knowing that the opportunity is there, and knowing that with the world ranking system, that every set, every point they can win against the top-ranked team in the world is incredibly valuable.
Yes, the bigger the gap between the rankings, the bigger the points are on offer for a win, and the more you lose if you lose. It's a really cool system.
Well, it makes every part of the game important.
Well, and it's also just, it's got rid of those kind of matches where, oh, it doesn't really matter. Yes, it does. They all matter.
And not just every match, every set, every point. There's always something to play for. as we see Seki come on to serve for Japan.
Nice block. And they're back to within one again.
Well, Hayashi went a little bit early on her approach. And she's just having to roll this ball. She's not able to swing through it and play with real aggression. There's a little bit early under the ball. And any time you can't go full against a massive Turkish block, you're going to be in trouble.
Excellent. If you're going to go somewhere, it's going to be deep to the corner. I mean, that's a proper cross-court shot, deep cross.
Well, fantastic athletic approach to the ball. It's not just waiting for the ball to come to her, and Koga gets there early, knows where the block is, and swings high and deep. Blocking sub coming in for Japan.
Yeah, Arakai's on. In there, inside 10, but that's well spotted by Japan, or they have to give it back. And now 4 players all moving for Türkiye. He's trying to stretch Japan's block. Trying to work that outlet over Jansu, but she does a great job of getting a touch on it. They've got to come again, though. They've got to stay focused. They can't get frustrated because Japan are going to keep on digging. Maybe this time for Türkiye, maybe not. Free ball coming if it comes over. But it won't make it, and the patience pays off, and the set point is saved.
Well, Koga on her second swing, that was the swing to win the set. But a great overall performance by both sides staying in that point. We saw fantastic defense and patience from Japan. We saw block and transition play and ball control from Türkiye. This is volleyball, as the song is saying, Clayton.
This is wonderful. Side out, 1 required for Japan to take the set. Great ball in to make it happen. And a quality finish from the captain to get the better of Vargas. Japan take the opening set, 25-23.
Fantastic determination from Japan, but the aggression there and the really smart decision on this last swing by Koga. The whole team has been going cross, cross, cross from position 4. She feels the space is there on the line. And a little cross-body shot, and Vargas not quite ready to defend that ball.
It's a nice set as well, because it looked like it was going to be way inside, so there's a massive inside movement from Jansu, and actually she should have stayed where she was. But had she done so, Koga would have just put it between the 2 blockers. It's a no-win situation. Well, that's just the start we wanted as a neutral. It now means we're going to see what Türkiye are going to do, what perhaps they need to do. Attacks-wise, more attacks from Japan. Pretty good, error rate is pretty low. But I guess from Türkiye's perspective, it's not enough service pressure, probably. Well, why am I saying it? You're the expert, come on.
Japan in rhythm allows them to have this variation that as you prepare for teams, you really prepare about tendencies. So you're looking at a situation, what does the team like to do, what do they statistically do most of the time in a specific rotation or with a specific lineup. And with Japan, when they have the ball in system with quality reception, they can provide a lot of variation. It's hard to get into that rhythm where you feel like you know what's coming next.
I'll tell you what, if you had Japan for that first set, well done. Just got this is the mental game here for Türkiye is probably bigger than the physical one.
Yeah, well, it's sometimes the pressure of playing in front of your home audience is different, and for most of these players, they will play in Turkey, but it's a different feeling when it's the national team.
Do you know what? Then that's another interesting element. But I'm kind of thinking more about the way that as players, for those of you that have played the game and you've been in these situations where you bang and it's like ding ding ding back over, bang ding ding ding, here it comes again, oh my, and then you get frustrated. Vargas had a couple of those, one in the net, one out, frustration. It's the ability to, right, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Get on with it. Felix Kozlowski with the Dutch crew and German crew all just getting along whilst they're not having to play. But that side of it's hugely important, isn't it? Not to get frustrated.
Well, you have to win the game that's being played. So for Turkey, they want to play a certain style of volleyball, but you have to beat the team on the other side of the net. So for Japan, can they keep their level? Can they keep their discipline? And some very intense conversations happening there.
He is. I think he's just saying, have they stopped showing me yet? Can I turn around? No, they've still got you. They've still got you.
Well, Christian Dunas is a man who wears many hats, but in that case, he had the eyes on the screen and making sure everything was all clear. And now the opportunity for the response from Turkey in this second set.
And as Santelli's been doing with Caneliano, the same team that started set one is starting set two. It's like, come on, this is not possible. Get out there and get the win.
Well, the phrase, it is not possible, it's happened 4 or 5 times, has some dissonant logic involved, but it's about setting standards and maintaining standards, and that's what he's trying to do with his team. They are the best in the world, but they need to keep pushing to stay there.
Yes, it doesn't just happen, does it? The teams, you're there, you've earned it, you're there because you've worked for it, and then everyone wants to take you off that #1 spot, so you've got to work even harder to stay there. Away we go, set number 2, Türkiye with the serve. Japan leading 1-0 here in Antalya. Nice bit of cover. High and wide for Vargas, but she can't get a full swing. And that doesn't quite work. For all the speed that Japan play, they are also really good with their attack cover. They don't flood the 3-meter line. It's really well placed in how they put their players around the court.
Well, they know that they need to stop and see what's happening, not take themselves out of position in cover.
That might have landed in. Oh, it didn't though. It might not have, in fact it didn't. So that works well. Block out. And back to the serving line goes Hirosaki. Get another look at it here. I tell you, we're sat next to the team in charge of the ball in and out. And during the warm-up, while the balls are pinging around everywhere, the screen was showing in like a dot match where the balls were all going, the ones that had been picked up, and it was absolutely phenomenal the way the cameras track the ball. It doesn't make it up, it actually tracks them in real time. Nice play again, and Japan off to an early start here. Quick break point for them.
So the intent from Arichi is good. She wants to block this ball, she wants to take out part of the court, but the difference in timing with the ball from 3.5 meters and at the net, very hard to be aggressive on that block.
Great touch. Trying to soak up the Vargas attack. And they come back with a little roller, bit of disguise, little thumb up, and it's a thumbs up right now for Japan, that's for sure.
Santelli for sure is going to be saying this is better, that they're playing the ball in an area that we can defend and we have bodies.
Ooh, good touch. One-on-one, and they can't do anything with it, and that is a cracking block from Watanabe. I think we have to say Watanabe block.
Well, the strong inside hand, so her right hand here does a fantastic job of not rolling out and opening up the space to go cross court. She keeps both shoulders parallel to the net. Excellent block discipline.
Touch. Down ball. That nearly caught Türkiye by surprise, and now Japan have opened up an opportunity. Another chance. What a pickup. Crowd loving it. Bit wide, has to come cross. Japan in numbers waiting for it. Well, that's too tight. Ooh, and ooh, does it come off the block? Yes, it's been admitted to straight away. It's been given as out, might be given as... So they're challenging for a block touch. I think Mr. Simmons did not call for invasion, did he? No. So scored, that's fine then. So challenge coming. No admission coming from Japan. Off the head. Off the noggin. If the hair touches the net, it doesn't count. If the ball touches your hair, it does count. It's good variations on the theme with these back row attacks, isn't it, from Japan?
Well, it's a disruptive rhythm. In this situation, for a lot of teams, the setter moving forward, they're going to play that ball to position 4. Really nice tempo and readiness from Japan.
Good save by Jansu, but she can't get it to anybody else, unfortunately for Türkiye. And Japan now 6-2 up. Oh dear. Jansu moving backwards, couldn't get her feet to a good spot to get control of the ball and lost her timing.
Well, it's the consistently changing location of the set.
And this ball cannot fall down because also them are in difficult. If there is one power tip, cannot drop in this way. Ready because we know the situation. There is a scramble situation, it's power tip and no strong attack. Then, easy. This ball is moved, don't jump on antenna. Go on base 2 or base 1, stay close to her. Okay, that's it. There is one more shot in this way with this kind of serve. Protect the ball. Only this. We start now with the side out, okay?
Well, it's a really interesting matchup now coming on the right-hand side of the Turkish attack versus the Japanese block. So Koga is an excellent blocker. Her decision-making is good. Her discipline's really good. And she's probably the most physical that they'll have in that spot. So what they're doing first tempo and to make space for Vargas here, a really interesting matchup, which we might find out the next time they come around to it.
Yes. And come again. Lovely. The speed of having the set is just over the middle block, isn't it? So the middle block is committed to that, and then the space outside as a result. You get a good view of this now, what the pressure's coming on in the middle here. Look at that. You just got to hold.
It's the side shuffle, rather than being able to really make one choice and go to it. She's trying to cover a lot of bases.
That was hit.
There doesn't need to be a huge amount of system or deception or anything when Melissa Vargas is on a roll like that. She hasn't been scoring so well from the right side, so a good job to get her involved on a swing where she has more of the court to work with.
Koga, quality.
Well, power on one side, finesse on the other, both equal a point.
Both frustrating. Santelli feels that should have been picked up. Great disguise on the serve, but well passed. And that is in. And look at this. 10-4, but not good buddy. In that sense, it's 10-4 Japan, making it bad for Türkiye. Went a tad early on that, had to use the hang time. Vargas couldn't control the speed.
Well, fantastic job by Koga. Again, going to the line to find the point, but she's doing a really good job controlling her side of the court with the block.
And you start from a scramble pass like if there is one super in his way, and you attack soft here. Then, Mile, you are behind the block. If the set is short, you need to stay out of the block. Then, Mile, stop to take block because you want to attack here. Stop, I want to see that you attack here. Okay, use the mind, girls. Wait, attack strong and aggressive in defense. And then, stop to take point here with one roll shot. Okay, bye.
Look at that run, just 2 side-out points for Türkiye.
Well, good variation on serve for Japan to set it up, but with Koga front row, they can really control the space on block.
Do you think there might come a point when Jansu just goes, right, that's it, Vargas, come on, eyeball, off you go.
It is a solution, but definitely not the solution that they're working on. They have goals this summer, things that they want to achieve. And to keep an eye on now, where Koga makes her starting point on the block position.
That's well played.
So to come back to Koga, where she sets the edge, that the other 2 blockers only have to protect maybe 6 meters of the court instead of having to defend the whole court.
Nice save. Great block though from Vargas. Pretty pleased with that.
It's a tough shot for Koga, reaching backwards, that you lose a little bit of sight of where the block is. You don't want to miss the court long, so you're trying to bring it down into the middle.
That's not coming back. Ace serve, Türkiye. That's not often that you see a Japanese passer get aced.
Well, I mean, response is immediate. Koga out.
Pass from Ishikawa. And nicely done. Yamada works the block. Good speed on that shot. That was as fast as Türkiye have run anything so far in this match.
And with so much movement in this rotation, they're trying to get Vargas out to position 2 to swing, so she is running all the way across the court. But this is the most efficient way, and the Japanese blockers are having to keep track of a lot of things in motion. So Route 1 volleyball there.
Well, that was a little bit out of sync for Japan. It could be costly. What a dig. Kojima keeps it in play. Türkiye keeping it in play for Baladin. Bodies everywhere. Bit of self-cover from Ishikawa. Wonderful play. There was Saki popping up for the swing.
But massive credit to Kojima on that dig. That ball had flames coming off it, and she's controlled it beautifully.
Such a good play.
Great awareness and great ball control from Japan.
Ishikawa has another go at the block. Looking off the shoulder number. And now Türkiye trying to make something happen. Japanese block slows it down. Ishikawa again against Vargas. Did she get the fingers? Yeah, she did.
Well, every time Vargas approaches to hit the ball, it looks like it's going to be a point. She's such an athletic player and such an aesthetically pleasing approach. It just looks like it should be a point every time. But Japan doing a wonderful job, touching the ball on the block, getting chances in transition.
Türkiye come again. And that's a rush swing, is it? No, it's off the hands. But there's just nothing, is there, from Türkiye? Then it almost looked with that swing and that reaction as if an error had been made in the swing.
It's the relief of, okay, we've got one, let's go back and try and establish something here. Let's find some rhythm in our game, because Japan is doing a fantastic job of making Türkiye work hard for every single point.
That one didn't work quite so well. From Japan's perspective, great point for Türkiye. They're back to within 5. You can only really want to do that if you know that the outside blocker has come in, is right next to you, thinking that you're going to do something. There's a net touch against Vargas. She's trying to go too steep, got blocked, follow through, and she's caught the net.
Well, she looks like she's fallen a little bit into the temptation of letting the ball drop on her so she can feel strong on the ball. If she gets on the ball a little bit earlier where she can swing high, she'll take a little bit more to top the block and be able to take some more angle.
Well played, middle's working all right with a minute for Türkiye. Double change coming, just as it was in the last set for Türkiye, as we watch the point. Shoot ball to the middle doing the job. Karakurt is in, and so too is Sahin.
Japan also in rotation 1, setter penetrating from position 1. Koga is out. Where do they use her in this pattern?
Karakurt out of the attack. Solid play. That's 3 points in a row from Tsuba, pretty much. Giving Japan a taste of their own medicine with that shot off the block. Oh, magnificent! That is Ishikawa-tastic. That on the tightrope, not only that, managing not to touch the net, get the set as well, and they've come up with a point.
But the pressure now for Turkey is can they get the Japanese reception game out of rhythm enough? That's where they're going to have the advantage. They have to take some risk and stay aggressive on serve.
Again to Karakurt trying to batter the ball, but Koga gets shut down.
So the ball just a little bit far off the net for Koga there. She's having to reach a little bit back and inside to try and play the shot that she wants. She needs to be able to get the ball in between her and the block so she can choose her angle that she's going to play or which part of the block she's going to use.
That's not going to do it. Too close, and it's caught the antenna from Hayashi. Nice touch in defence. Chance here, Türkiye to close the gap still further. Karakurt with a wonderful angle, and she means business.
Well, the absolute eruption from the fans when her name was announced at the start of the game is for good cause. And she wants the fans to get this feeling back in the gym because Japan has done a fantastic job of flooding them down. Fantastic trust shown there by Masayoshi Manabe. He knows that his players are in control of what they're doing out on the court and giving them the moment to organise themselves, to get themselves in the right place. If they keep playing the way they are, they don't need to stress, but Turkey is coming for them.
Karakurt once again. Celebration huge. The point is big. Türkiye are back to within one.
Well, in the space of about 2 or 3 minutes since she's been on the court, the atmosphere in this gym has completely changed. It's gone from we're hoping you're going to win to we know we're going to win if we keep fighting.
Karakurt again. Not to be this time. Japan still in it. Not any longer though. We're all square at 17 apiece. Changes for Japan. Nanami Seki has come in to replace Iwasaki. Can't find a way through at the moment, Japan. But with an angle like that, they can. That was phenomenal.
That's wonderful hand control from Hayashi. An instant impact, making the sub, changing what the block is looking at for Japan, that they, it's a different set of solutions that they need to find with the block. But fantastic job for Türkiye from the service line, keeping Japan under pressure on reception.
Free swing, and that one went to Spiketown.
Beautiful tempo, beautiful parabola on this ball. 2 hitters in rhythm to play fast for Türkiye. And it's Baladin, the recipient.
It's a bit tight. Well played, Karakurt. Baladin with some great control. And Türkiye have the lead.
And it looks like they've started to understand the game that they need to play to win. It's service pressure against Japan and not just trying to bash the ball, but using their power to make space for the second shot and keeping the Japanese block and defense off balance.
Well, it's fair to say, isn't it, since Karakurt has come on, the makeup of the team has changed. And now they lead by 2. Timeout, Japan.
So Japan needing to find a little bit of composure. They've been able to play from in front for all of this set, but they have to keep doing the difficult things and playing with discipline. When it gets rushed, when they're getting maybe a little bit fatigued, the desire to finish the point quickly is there, but they need to keep working the top part of the block. They need to be patient with the recycle, and they need to stay with discipline and disruption on their attack.
Nice ball in. Oh, yes. And another one goes to Spiketown, but this time it's Japan who have arrived. Changes coming for Japan. As they reverse their double substitution. That's nice, just has created a bit of time by going to the knees and then a stable ball out wide for Baladin to work it.
Well, it's a really physical set, this ball. You've really got to be able to control the upper body and have the hands travel on the same trajectory. But also for Baladin, she knows where the spot is on the block that she wants to hit it, and she just needs to wait for it to get there and work smart.
Not quite so smart from the serve, but doesn't matter. They are sticking with the substitution, no reversal of it just yet. So Karakurt will stay on and have a swing from the back row, setter in the front row for Türkiye in the form of Sahin. Oh, still in play. Good touch. Sahin trying to force that out wide. Did she catch the hand? She didn't. Maybe the better option would have just been an up and down for Karakurt.
Well, this is one of the plays, or that they try and just play a different tempo. The rush there is good, but it looked like Baladin was one step off the tempo she needed to be for that ball to be aggressive.
So Japan back in. Ace serve, they lead. Now the double has been made to put Vargas into the front, Jansu into the back. So they've kind of reversed the rotation all the way around now. 3 front court options. They're trying to make that work as well with a little funky rotation 1. But Japan here have got a breakpoint chance. Ishikawa! Not quite, but it's tight. I don't want a touch from Ishikawa. Baladin goes big. Just cannot get this ball on the floor. Another chance for Türkiye. Vargas! Oh, still it doesn't find the floor. Absolutely incredible. Ridiculously good volleyball here from Japan. And they lead 23-21.
They're doing the difficult things. They're scrapping and fighting points, but they're not getting flustered. They're keeping the ball under control, and they're waiting for their moment to be aggressive.
Good serve, Koga. Baladin again finds hands and gives Japan a chance. Excellent pickup, needed to be made as well. Oh, I say, that should have hit the floor. It does now. And Koga does it, and this is set point Japan.
Well, Kojima, again, phenomenal defense, phenomenal ball control, and by that I mean that she plays the ball not just off the ground, but puts the ball with time and in a position where they can play the next play. And it's their most experienced player, Koga, coming up with the goods in a critical moment in the second set.
No good, that's an error, and Japan have done it. 25-21 after Türkiye got right back in the set, and Japan went, okay, I think we'll have it from now. Work to be done for Santelli, work to be done by Türkiye. Surely not going to be a 3-0.
I'm not a betting man, Clayton, but there's so much ability on this Turkish team. But the discipline and the determination that Japan is showing, it's always been a key to their game. But what they're doing right now is they're forcing Turkey to play their game.
Yes, they have definitely imposed themselves on Türkiye. Türkiye, instead of remaining calm and keeping patient with the high ball swings or the swings from high positions and trying to go a little deep, and it's all playing right into Japan's style, isn't it? We have a look at that. Japan, 4 errors. That's a really tight set of volleyball from them, isn't it?
And it's their awareness of what they need to be doing, that they can't try and score on every attack. They can't try and score in every single moment of the game, that they have to have that patience to create the good moments.
Well, Dave Rogers has made his way down to the court, and he's ready to have a chat with Jen Karakurt. Let's hear what they have to say.
Cheers, Clayton. Yes, 2-0 in front of this crowd against this incredible team. How pleased are you with the team's performance?
Well,
It's a very honor to play against Team Turkey, especially in Turkey. So, you know, even though now we are 2-0, still, you know, game is not finished yet. So we have to keep it tough and strong, and you know, we try to make them you know, out of the system as much as we can.
We're all talking about how important every game and every set is for this Japanese team looking to qualify for the Olympics.
Yes,
is that how you're thinking about this tournament and this game in particular?
Yeah, it's very important for us. You know, every match, every point, every set. So, you know, we have to keep working hard.
Any changes for the third set?
Well, we just keep going, you know, keep it tough, and we have to serve harder.
Arigato, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Clayton.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, every point, every set, every match is so important. Well, whilst they sort themselves out Japan, Dave's moved over to the other side of the court and he's ready to have a chat with Daniele Santarelli. Let's hear what he has to say.
Certainly am. Thank you, Clayton. Daniela, you're 19-14 down the second. You level the scores, you get some momentum. It feels as though you can get something from this game. How do you go about getting it?
I think it's not easy to play against Japan. They are the worst opponent team for us in this moment. We wanted to play against this team because we know that it's not easy. There is a good quality about them in everything. They didn't put nothing in the garbage. It's not so easy to play against them for this reason. We are not so ready, but we can improve. We are close. If we understand 2-3 simple situations, we can also, for me, play better.
Well, you say you can improve. What are the improvements that you're looking to make?
Now we change something because I saw something good about the player in the bench, and I hope that it can work.
You say you changed something, but you never tell us what it is. Good luck. Good luck. Great man. Looking forward to finding out what that something is, Clayton. Big set coming up.
I think that something might be Karakurt, but we'll have to see. I think when that double change come in, it did kind of work. They got them that 9-14 lead. So we'll see whether or not it's those two that start, and maybe Vargas comes in, or maybe just Karakurt starts. And just looking at I'm just having a quick sneaky peek, and it's going to be, yes, we called it. It's going to be Karakurt and Sahin that are going to start this set, which means that we'll see Jansu along with Vargas come in as a double change. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it gives some flexibility to what they're wanting to do, but we saw the passion that Karakurt has and that her willingness to just fight and not worry about what's not perfect, but just try and make something happen, really change the dynamic of the game. And particularly the setting choices from Sahin were different and forced Japan to adjust. So sometimes it's the change for an improvement, but sometimes the change to have different options and different choices is enough to buy a little advantage.
Set 3 is underway. Japan leading here in Antalya against Türkiye. 2-0, and now an ace-serve start to get this third set underway. Wow. The one thing we haven't seen in terms of the rotations for Türkiye is with Karakurt as a passer, Vargas in the opposite, Baladin to the outside. That's not going to be an option now in this set, certainly. It's something that was very successful for them the last time that they were all together. Karakurt into the action straight away.
And while the block can be in a similar position for both Vargas and Karakurt, it's the arm swing is the difference. Karakurt's got a slightly longer, slower arm swing, so the ball ends up going to different places, so Japan needs to adjust their defense accordingly.
Great touch, Baladin. She's played well in this match. And so too goes Tuba through the outside, just quietly gone about the business of being good.
Much like yourself, Chris.
Good cover. This is just what Türkiye needed. 3-1. unfazed by that ace serve start for Japan. You can see, can't you? There's a real desire.
It's the difference in emotion that Karakurt brings to the court, and it frees up everyone else to play in a similar vein.
Nice block touch by Türkiye. Karakurt going a little too steep, so Japan able to recycle. And it's still not hit the floor here, but free ball Japan, 3 front row attackers plus the pipe. Yes, nice play from Ishikawa. You just, I sound a little bit like a fan then. I'm not, I am a fan, yes, of volleyball, before people start going, oh, he's only supporting Japan. No, I'm not. That was an excellent rally, and that is a fabulous finish. For that cut and not to go out on that body position is a truly magnificent shot.
And especially after taking the first contact, difficult to get your feet in the right spot to play that ball.
Good lead from Türkiye. Straight away, Michael's trying to raise the level, trying to get the team going. That's a real tough one to deal with. But Japan have dealt with it.
And it's Koga again, providing that stability, providing that control from position 4.
Watanabe with the serve. It's a wonderful play once more. Vivian is just seeing the ball, seeing the block, and coming up with the right solution each time. That was a great change in her rhythm then, wasn't it? Because she showed one thing and then went really quick with the hand.
And the end result there is the Japanese block starts drifting a little bit. They cannot pick their spot and go straight, and as soon as the Japanese block drifts, they have no hands on the other side of the net. The hitter can choose their spot and work the block.
Now Baladin getting in on the axe, making the block her best friend. A little bit of block exploration going on at the moment. Right, Türkiye. It's going to be free ball for Türkiye, and they've got 5 options should they try and work them. They don't need to. Baladin quickly to the line. Well left. Koga. It's Noga from Koga. So Türkiye about to serve. Sahin goes back into serve now. Karakurt into the front row with Baladin. That is a real opportunity for points here for Türkiye. Oh dear, bit of miscommunication. That's hilarious. But it's still, the ball is in play, and it's Türkiye that come up with it. But I've never seen anything like that. You've almost got the Libras like, and they're trying to shuffle away on all balls. 2 players to get out of the way so she can get the ball.
Just
oh my
chaos
goodness.
everywhere, but a phenomenal, phenomenal dig by Evgen.
Absolutely crazy good volleyball. We're running out of superlatives. Fans are loving it. Nice. That's a good shot across the body without over-rotating. Ishikawa.
The challenge is to not go for too much and work in a really small angle onto the court.
What a dig. Base position held magnificently by Japan, but the block holds firm for Türkiye. And they now lead 10-6.
So the idea from Ishikawa is not bad, that she's not trying to kill the ball, she's trying to get a recycle another play, but she's a long way off the net, so to get that touch right is really difficult.
Runs from the fans. No reaction at all from Santelli. Now they've got to work on their side-out game again. Japan trying to play catch-up here. Will they run the quick ball? They didn't look like they would, but that's a rare error from the begin. And the speed maybe just got the better of her.
Well, they have had some success trying to work against the blocker in position 2 for Japan. So maybe just going for a little bit too much of once too many times to the well.
That will do, Karakurt.
Her closing step on the ball is almost textbook. How she gets to her position, where she gets her feet so she can get her hand and move her arm through the ball how she wants is as good as any player in the world.
Türkiye looking to increase the lead. It would be difficult to do it by volleying it, but that was all Türkiye could do. Kept it in play with a chance maybe to get something going, but that's off the block and away. And Japan are back to within 2. That's great play. Kojima didn't go running in, just waited to see and knew she had front covered and back covered as a result. That's an ace serve from Japan.
And a much more positive start from Türkiye, but Japan still hanging around. They're going to get a chance in this set to close out the game.
Better pass this time. Baladin on a plate for Sahin. And the lone wolf is very much not back here, the black wolf, who is dealing the points now for Türkiye. Touch, but no one can get to it. Everybody waiting to get the ball so they can have a swing. Tough one, that isn't it? You've got to be in the now in volleyball. You can't, even if we have a look at this again on the touch and we watch it again, what she does is she's backing off thinking, well, someone will play this so I can have a swing. But nobody has played it, so no one can have a swing.
Everyone was taking themselves out of the play.
Ball touching the net, no players did so. Rally continues. Oh, it happens. It's another backspin every time. Backspin for the win.
That's not a technique that's practiced very often.
Come up with the controlled miss hit. How's it done? Like this.
In golf, that's a nice little pitching wedge, just a little flop shot onto the green.
That's quality again. No, the hitting lanes You know where the space is from your peripheral vision. Look at that. I mean, that didn't even look like there was that much room. That is pinpoint precision. Too easy for Japan. Could be costly for Türkiye. It is costly for Türkiye. And Japan have leveled that up. The fans know it's not great. Santelli's not pleased.
And Koga has the Turkish block guessing every time. She's choosing small variations. Her timing's a little bit different. Her hand control's really good.
Oh, come on. What a pickup. But what a block from Türkiye. They get all three players in to deny the angles in the middle.
The temptation there. Ishikawa not being able to resist, wanting to hit that ball hard in the middle of the court, but found exactly where the middle of the Turkish block was.
So good. It's not a pass to the middle either, it's a pass to the setter's head where the setter was waiting.
Well, and for Yamada, that's a really long move to get to that ball, so great footwork to be able to still cut that ball back.
Koga with the serve. Ace from Koga. They're just mixing it up every time, not just in attack, but also from the serving line, aren't they? It's never the same serve twice, pretty much.
Türkiye has not looked in rhythm at any point in this game, and that's not that they're not playing well. This is full credit to Japan.
Good touch. That's a good touch as well by Türkiye. Has to go over. There were no other options. That was cheeky. From that distance, they've done really well to get that on the floor.
And the distance is the key. Japan is not looking for this play from 2 meters off the net.
Very smart from Sahin. All square. Show me those hands.
And that's a really good change of option by Ishikawa. She's been trying to work cross against the block, but taking that little bit of time, letting the ball drift and taking the top of the block for the wipeout point.
Kurogo is in to serve. That's a bit tight, too tight. Oh, it's still bobbling around. Now a swing chance for Japan. Ishikawa. That could be costly. It is costly. I thought just it up and down for Karakurt would have been a better choice, but it doesn't matter what I think. It's what they do. But it's played. Look at this. Japan now up by 2. Oh my days. Timeout taken.
When I speak, you need to listen, yeah? Okay, until now, Elo, Ebra, they didn't attack over you. You continue to start here and they continue to attack on the line. I told you to start spreading to move inside. Do the opposite job, not this job. Now, this ball is in the seam. You do the ball perfect. We play base 1 and super in 4, and Ebra 2 points. Smart, girls. You have to do smart. Why? You're good.
So even with the incredible amount of talent that Türkiye has, it's about getting everyone on the same page, that you have to do your job and you have to not get in someone else's way of doing their job that lets that talent flourish. And this is the message from Daniela Santelli, is when I say do this, I'm not telling you to just do this. There's a reason that the system has to work.
Goodness me, what a hit with Karakurt. Hayashi took the full brunt of that one. 90 kilometers an hour, that's fast. Oh yes, amazing block from Türkiye to level things up. Well played, Kalach.
A lot of movement from Japan, but the ball's staying in the middle of the court. They need to get some left to right happening to open up these options.
So that's on for Japan. Needs to be forgotten though by Türkiye. Passing unit needs to get refocused and engaged to give Sahin the best possible ball.
And very importantly for Japan, they'll be rotating into Koga front row as they get towards the 20s.
That's a good pass. Oh, so Karakurt just went in and just stopped. But she still had a little bit of momentum, didn't she? So she could still get out of the floor.
Well, it's that last step to the ball that we talked about before.
Get a good view of it here. Yeah, it's a massive step in and around, isn't it?
How she gets her body to the position where she can use her hand and her arm and her length.
Koga from the back row now moves into the front row. Japan move into the lead.
It's a very important choice on the starting position for Koga on the block here. They know that Karakurt is the option that they want to set the ball to, but how does she set the space for the rest of her blockers?
Looking for a touch, not given. Challenge coming. Admission coming from Koga. No, not yet. So no fair play award. And if you're wondering what I mean by the fair play award, if a challenge is called for a touch, because the referee gives it out, the team challenge for a touch, and then the player who touched it admits to it before we get to the challenge, then they'll get a green card from the referee. There's a fair play award, and the team with the most fair play awards gets a prize in the end. But that one is not touching anyone.
So once more, Koga's move early, whether she starts leaving to block Karakurt, whether she stays in the middle, gives a really clear indication of what the Japanese tactic and decision on this next play is.
Every time you've said that, right, no more teeing that one up. Everyone else just remember for the next match, right? Oh, classic.
Well, we see the double sub now coming from Türkiye.
And a great time to do it, really, as well. You talk about Koga coming to the front row now. Türkiye have Vargas in the front row. Jansu back to serve. Going to be Vargas against Koga at the net. And Koga trying to avoid the block, did that, but couldn't find the court. There might be a challenge coming, though. Any admission from Vargas? Perhaps more than anything, maybe an opportunity just to slow things down for Japan. If there's no touch. Trying to break the rhythm. No, there wasn't. Test of wills here now between these two teams. Mental focus and athletic prowess required. And Koga shows both.
Well, the delivery on the set was a little bit better than the one before, but her step to the ball, that she gets there before the block closes.
Sliding doors, and she's in quick, isn't she?
It's that last step. It's what Karakurt does so well. It's what really good hitters do so well. That last step to get to the ball before the block is ready.
Big swing from Vargas. Back on level terms. Türkiye need break points. 2 of them. And only need 1. There's the break point that Türkiye were looking for. Now they edge in front. And straight away, Japan will call a timeout. Kojima trying to bite off a little bit too much in pass cover.
So a couple of really important decisions for the Japanese offense here. So what Iwasaki in particular wants to do, Turkiye knows that Koga is the go-to player here. So what are their options to use some space and use some movement to try and buy her a better look or find a gap in the Turkiye block?
Indeed. Well, they try to find it, but Turkiye have read it. Baladin. Oh, well played Koga to get something on that. Oh, what a save by Jansu! But it is a point for Japan. And a much needed one just for the side out.
Just to take that little breath.
I was.
Well, for the players and for you, Clayton.
I think so, but look, I mean, that play, Jansu under the net, now not a fault because her feet weren't across the line and she wasn't impeding anybody. 22-22, change for Japan. Seki on to serve. Oh, didn't make it. What a good lead by Türkiye, 23-22. Hayashi back in, Seki out. Türkiye making changes. On comes eye catch. There is normally a libero, but there's an outside hitter here for Türkiye, so some strength in depth for them in defense and passing here. But first of all, it's about the serve. What a touch! Another chance though for Japan, 2 front row. And now a real chance for Türkiye. It's going to go to Vargas. Well, the dig is made. The crowd thought it was going to be a point, but it is because they make the block. And Türkiye have set point.
I mentioned before about how it always looks like Vargas is about to score. There was about 7,000 other people here who were convinced she was going to score on that first swing.
But instead, it's a massive block from Karakurt. It is deafening in here. Koga. Oh, I say, incredible touch from Ivegin, but can't make the second one. That was almost a Scott Sterling moment. 23-24, a double change coming. Well, eye catch is coming off. And then it will be Ricci coming on to go off, so Akos can come in.
And Inoue coming on for Japan for Ishikawa.
Well, this Inoue into the front row. It is. It was definitely before, it still is now. Side out required for Türkiye. And a great ball in and a chance to do it. Vargas is a bit tight though, and Japan are going to cover it. Nice touch. Vargas again. Oh, what a dig, Koga! That's really tight, too tight, and Türkiye having a set. The crowd go wild! It's game on here now in Antalya. Oh, I say. Right, catch your breath. We'll wait for the teams to change ends. We'll have a look at the stats, and then you can summarise exactly what's just happened. Dave Rogers was on his way down to do a post-match interview. He's now back up, ready and watching. Back in your seat, Dave. Back in your seats, everyone supporting Japan. I say, this is just what we wanted from the VNL. No way through Vargas. They're not the #1 team in the world for nothing. They're not the champions of the VNL for nothing.
Well, the big thing from Türkiye in that set was that they didn't get stressed. They played with a bit more energy, and they found their position in defense. So how block and defense started working together, started to produce some results. So a lot more digs in position 5 and position 6, getting in the right spot. So we see with Japan there, similar attacks, but the error set almost double from the previous set.
And I think from Türkiye's perspective, those 5 blocks are critical. Those in the past, in the first 2, those were wipe-offs, those were block-outs, those were points Japan. This time, not so. And yes, the ball was going close to the net, but that is part of the play, so they can go and get the block out. But if it's too tight, then you're really in trouble against a well-formed block.
And with Japan not being the highest team, that ball also needs to be wide enough that they can work a narrow angle and still get the ball to go out. They can't play the ball from half a meter inside the antenna. It needs to be in that last little slot next to the antenna to play the block out. We saw Ishikawa find another solution or two. Koga has done a really good job with variety in her attack. But for Japan, it got a little bit one-dimensional at the end. Koga, Koga, Koga. And the first tempo, no use of the right side, no pipe in play. And allows the Turkish block just to be physical.
We'll have a look at the attack zones while we just catch our breath for a moment. We've got another potential 2 sets to talk about here. This is what we want. This is great volleyball. Well played, Türkiye. Santelli seeing that, yes, the change to have Sahin in and Karakurt was the way forward. Felix Kozlovsky watching on. He's here. I'm sure a few of the other coaches are here as well, watching these two teams, because we know they'll have to play them at some point, potentially, in this VNL.
Well, normally the advantage of the home team is that you can play later. You get to see everybody play first before you play them. The one team that Türkiye hasn't seen is Japan. And it's taken them a while, but it looked like they got another step closer to figure out the game that they need to win today. The hard part for Japan is to play with such discipline and such determination for such a long time. Fatigue becomes an issue. Not just physical fatigue, but mental fatigue.
Sets 4 underway. Türkiye with the serve. Japan leading by 2 sets to 1. And it is Türkiye who will take the opener with a breakpoint start. It was Japan who took the opening point with a breakpoint start in the last set, but went on to lose it. Not suggesting that's going to be the case for Türkiye. They carry on playing the way they did in that last set. They've got every chance of taking this into a decider. Good touch from Sahin. Oh, almost the scorpion, and to keep it in play.
When you're the player diving for that ball in defense and you see the blocker turn around and throw a hand, it's one of the worst feelings in the world. You've gone all out, you've read the hitter, you've seen what the shot is, and it's just snatched away from the last moment.
Too tight. Good cover, Ishikawa. Who had the last touch with that one? Karakurt feels it wasn't her, but Santelli's like, no, it's okay. Calm. It's a sellout crowd here in Antalya. 9,800 plus spectators. There isn't an empty seat. That's close. Very good lead from Tuba. Santelli enjoying that one. Good pass. Great touch. So is that. Once again, Japan keeping the rally going. Perhaps a better chance now, more players in an option to have an attack. Well up by Baladin. It's Türkiye on the scramble. And they put a little bit of spin on it. And they take the point through Ivegin.
Well, Hayashi doing a fantastic job just being able to get to the ball and swing aggressively. But it's these moments now which were earlier going Japan's way. It's 50-50, but that's a big improvement for Türkiye.
Oh, come on. That's a double off the net. Not just once to roll over, but caught it again just to box Japan. Timeout called. That's just unlucky, isn't it?
The only technical way to solve that requires you to stop doing what your eyes are telling you to do.
Türkiye are on a roll, 6-1.
And once more, it's when they can keep the pressure on Japan's reception, the scoreboard seems to go in their favor.
Nice pick from Sahin. Posted high. Türkiye plenty of time to reset their block defense. Japan plenty of time to reset their transition volleyball.
And it's a great point that in this moment, Karakurt probably can just play this ball at a normal sort of speed. She doesn't need to play this really big high ball because that gives Japan's attackers time to get ready. And 4 against 1, 4 attackers versus 3 blockers, attackers advantage.
Koga is denied. Karakurt. She just lives for the game, lives in the moment.
Well, she wants to celebrate with the nearly 10,000 strong fans here. I'm going to say, at a very gentle guess, that 99+% of those are on her side.
Serve Karakurt. Yes, we are entertained. That dropped so quickly. No touch. There's going to be a... Well, if the call is made for 4, and I don't think Japan are going to challenge that. They have, though, called a timeout.
So a not unusual situation. Japan has spent so much energy getting to this point in the game. They really had a chance to win that 3rd set and to lock up the game. But it's just a little bit deflating, and all of a sudden Türkiye are feeling good. The game comes a little bit easier, but if we get to the 5th set, then all of a sudden it's a new game.
So here's a question off the back of that then. Is it in Japan's makeup? Because that one hasn't made it. Is it in Japan's makeup and philosophy to go, this set's not going to be ours, we are going to 5, let's give Koga a rest, let's give Ishikawa a rest to come back to 5.
This is not the Japanese way. They are going to fight and scrap, and they want to end up coming into this 5th set with the best momentum they have for the players that they know will get them there.
Koga's going to try and get them there from the get-go.
I didn't mention her starting block position, and that's what happens.
Hey, because, yep, she's got it perfectly, hasn't she? Spot on. Karakurt's completely out of the play now. Oh, goodness me, what a touch. But then, with Japan on the perimeter off the back of those swings, that was a really good play to come up with the tip.
And it was something that Daniele Santelli said early in the game, that there's going to be some space for this shot. If you need it, there's this space to play this shot because the Japanese block and defense is preparing for the hard-driven ball. He may have said it in the 1st or 2nd set, but it's paying dividends now.
Well played. Baladin could have a swing, but it's going to be Karakurt. Touch. Just too far away from Karakurt, trying to play catch up to it, but we want a touch. And they are challenging for a touch. No admission coming from Japan. Santelli with a little cheeky smile on his face. He's always got a cheeky smile on his face, hasn't he?
Well, he's not 100% confident, but he also knows this might be a good break in the rhythm of the game. A positive start from his players, and Japan just finding a couple little opportunities to slow down again, have a chance to refocus on what they need to do to keep extending their lead.
It's funny, isn't it? It's always something unique about Karakurt. Last season it was. Is that a touch? Oh yes. Good call. As you say, last year it was the pink hair, the white hair. This year it's the makeup, making an impact. Truly unique player. Oh, goodness me. That is just wonderful, wonderful play. 12-4 now, this is something else. What a turnaround for Türkiye. Good dig from Aykos. And now everything's going Türkiye's way.
Well, this is a little feeling of deflation, perhaps, from the Japanese side. What they were working so hard on for so long, got them really close to the three-set win. But now they have to dig deep. They have to find that concentration again.
Side out achieved. Goes quiet for a moment here in Antalya.
Again, Koga finds the hand control, gets her feet there early so she can choose her shot and finds the seam once more.
That was a lovely set. However, just a bit too tight to have the swing and find the angle needed.
A little bit tight, and the timing on the approach was just a little bit slow. She couldn't get on top of the ball to be able to hit down.
Passing level has gone up from Türkiye, and then you can hit the 4-2-4.
That is an absolutely world-class swing from Baladin. It's the angle, it's the height, it's the power.
4 players taken out with that one swing. Lead from Kojima. There you get a good sense of how quick Japanese players are. Kojima's had a good 3 or 4 steps as that ball's moving. A lot of players would only be able to just turn their body. That's too tight. So free ball here for Japan. Well up. Ishikawa, no good. Türkiye great, 15-7.
Well, it's the same angle from Baladin. It's the same angle, but it's the variation in context, the variation in timing. Absolutely fantastic gem from Akos.
That will do. Side out.
And the difference again, footwork, get in there early with that aggressive set. There's still a chance for Yamada to play that ball on top of the ball where she can work the edge of the block. She's not trying to chase it.
Eri Miyabi, as she has in the back of her shirt, on through the middle here for Japan. No chance of stopping that one.
Well, she is on fire right now, Baladin.
That was a sensational swing.
And good choice with the new middle on the court for Japan. She's worried about her player, not getting beaten by her player. So all of a sudden the space is open up on the other sides of the court.
And Türkiye just knew that that wasn't going to be anything going to the middle, and they've got that perfect in terms of their block.
It is the weakness of Japan's offense, that if the ball is not in a positive situation where they can run first tempo, Koga's really the only option they're looking for in the close moments of a set. It's not close on the scoreboard, but Japan really trying to find this momentum coming into a fifth. So Ishikawa finds the angle there. She needs to keep thinking about her variation that she can play with. She can't just play one shot and hope that it works. She had some success on the line or waiting and working the block. So now she's got to think about her next move when the ball comes to her again.
Yukiko Wada's in, number 21. Nice bit of cover. Oh, I say, that is very, very, very nice.
And we mentioned it earlier. The subs have come. Now it's time to take a little breather for Koga, for the players that they know they're going to need coming into the fifth set.
There's no touch on that. So an error, and it's a 10-point lead now. And not a question of if, but when Türkiye take this set. What this team now, the Japanese team, the players that are on, like Wada and Eri, need to do is just make it as difficult, try and stay on that court for as long as possible and wear Türkiye down.
And if anything, to change the rhythm of the game and how it's being played, that it's not just going to be a procession and Turkey comes in full of energy for the fifth set. Now they still have some work to do, they still have some decisions to make.
A little bit of afters from Karakurt, letting the team know through the net that she won that point.
Well, her presence on the court is being felt by a huge number of people, not just her teammates. And a good opportunity now to get a couple of attacks, a couple of feeling, a little moment of feeling in the game for the double sub if they need to get there in a critical moment of a fifth set.
Vargas on to the front row, Jensu on to serve. That's a good pass. Yeah, he's very quick through the middle.
And by making some different choices in the offense here, it's also disruptive to what Turkey's seeing and how they feel like they're in rhythm in the game.
Ooh, error, Vargas. That's what she doesn't need, because if she is going to come in clutch fifth set, that might be a swing for the match. This hasn't quite been her match, has it, really, for Vargas? But these things happen. Top swing. Nicely done by Yukiko Wada.
Well, she follows up a really good block touch and some good ball control in transition with a nice swing where she gets the ball early.
Okay, it's 1 versus 1. Put the chest in 5 and attack in 1, but dip. Okay, without close the shot. It's good if you accelerate, exert the ball strong on the line and dip. Okay, without such out of block, but deep on the line. When the ball is perfect, it's 1 versus 1. When the ball is exclamative, the block arrives and you can set the solution. Then, on transition and counter-attack, we need to respect the position. It's working for
Well, as you were saying, Clayton, Vargas, she just doesn't look like she's in her rhythm. That she's trying to find her swing, she's trying to find her timing on the ball, and she doesn't have that confidence to really go for her shots. She's looks like she's searching a lot, but this will come in time.
Lovely shot that from the back of the court then as the players got onto it. Gives you a sense that you're absolutely in the thick of it. (21-13) Türkiye lead. Good up. Oh, he's by. Great up, Kojima. Trying to find the hands. Not happening. I wasn't sure then about that as Baladin went down. Whether she got a bit of cramp or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, calf cramp. Ouch. Hope it is just a bit of calf cramp. Looks like it from the way she's been treated.
There's not a huge amount of concern on the faces of her teammates and physio and the medical staff.
Oh, it's gone again. Oh, yep. Oh, for those of you that have had that, you've been or a double cramp as well. Then the other one goes. So that might just be, that might be though. The worrying thing is she might have to go off. And that's not what Türkiye need.
Because she has been absolutely on fire in this fourth set. It's the best volleyball that she's played. The change now with İlkan Aydin coming in. Because the spread on the attack for Türkiye has been really good. They've had 16 points from Begin, 15 points from Baladin, Vargas with 10, Karakurt with 13. Who's on the Japanese side, it's Koga with 26, and the next best with 14.
That's a good block. Hayashi coming up with it. Right now, Türkiye need 4 side-outs, and we're into a 5th set. But Japan doing the job, really, that we talked about, of just keeping Türkiye on the court for longer than they want. Scramble for Uzbay. And again, but she's not going to be able to make the pass. That's way too tight. Close to the line, no foot fault though. Scramble now for Japan. Free ball, Türkiye. This time they play it low to stop everyone getting in on a good swing. Another magnificent dig. Oh, this is just incredible volleyball, and it's Japan that take it.
Well, Wada has taken an opportunity by the scruff of the neck. Some really good swings, some good work on the block, and now the opportunity to serve again and force a return double sub from Türkiye.
Indeed, this is great work by Japan. And you're right, you kind of like, you brought a player on just because you kind of need to give a player a rest, but the player you brought on suddenly is playing excellent. It's like, oh, that's an added bonus. Baladin still getting treatment for her cramp. Touch by Kojima. Oh, that's a great set, but not enough to have the swing. That will do. That's a really tidy play from Aydin, who's only just come on.
But if you're Japan now, a side out and 1 break point, maybe 2 break points. And you can understand, Karakurt comes back into the game, Sahin comes back into the game. They want to be warm and in rhythm to start the next one. But still some work to do.
Touch, really good pickup. The throwdown, no good. Karakurt's now out of the play. This is free ball Japan. They're in system. They score. They could pull another point back here.
And by drawing the set out, by playing that little bit longer, playing 1 more point, 1 more point, 1 more point, all of a sudden, Japan's looking in pretty good rhythm.
The boos and the whistles start again because it's no longer comfortable for Türkiye in this set. But still, though, they've got a 5-point lead. Ooh, nothing wrong with that set. Play on. And Japan did exactly that. Play to the whistle. Baladin encouraging her team. It is a must-win set still for Türkiye. They have a 4-point lead. They need 3 side-out points. Chance to get one of them here. What a dig, Koga. Türkiye doing what Japan have been doing, and then the swing comes and the point comes. And a slightly more relieved-looking Türkiye at 23-18 now.
But it's not a first swing kill. They're having to take these 2, 3, 4 efforts. It's not easy for Türkiye right now, but they're getting closer and closer to an opportunity to win it.
That will be the point they need. 24-18, they have set point. I want to say Karakurt is, dare I say it, maybe if they go on to win this in five, they'll be a contender for a player of the match. I don't think she's put a foot wrong. That was a massive net touch by Karakurt, just as I said that, so she won't be getting that then.
Let's not cross her name off the list just yet.
No, definitely.
We've probably got another 15 to 20 minutes of volleyball to play, and anything could happen, as we've seen in the first 4 sets tonight.
Set point still, Türkiye. Too big from Karakurt. That was definitely going for it.
Well, not hitting from a natural position in position 4.
Timeout requested by Türkiye.
Okay, so you stole, but here you have the center, okay? If the ball is close the net, Ebra can do what she wants. Remember, the attack is on the line strong. If the ball is close the net, Ebra can search also the contrast for ends and out. But you can search also super back, okay, hello. And we play 1 versus 1, without close the shot. Oh, the rally is long, Bye!
Let's go!
So looking for the simple solution with the Japanese set of front row, that if the ball goes back to Karakurt, she has options. If the set is close, she can work on a jam push over the setter. If the ball is a little bit further off the net, she can play some seam. And now watch the ball get set back.
I'm sorry, you might have said something, I couldn't hear it given the noise. And now it's got even louder because we are going to 5 here in Antalya. Teams stay where they are. Captains will have a chat with the referees. There'll be a coin toss. We'll find out who's serving, who's receiving, which end they're going to have. It's going to be a race to 15. A roll of the dice, fast and furious. And one team will be, come the end of it, once they haven't won. But who will it be? Will Japan send this best part of 10,000 strong Türkiye fans home unhappy? Or will the home team send them home ecstatic? Error rate went up a little bit for both teams.
But it's the point of the set and where the errors happen. For Japan, it was really early. They got themselves in a big hole. But for Türkiye, it's just at the end where they needed to close, and it took them a couple more points, a couple more efforts than they probably wanted to. And that line has crept almost as close as it's been all set, all game, sorry. Just edging in Türkiye's favor.
All smiles at the moment for Türkiye. Work to be done for Japan. And now it's going to be game on, race to 15. A massive opportunity for Japan, nonetheless, and you can't understate that. They're playing against the #1 team in the world, a team that are qualified for the Olympics. Japan looking to try and get there. They can't get there as the top Asian-ranked team at the moment. China pretty much got that in the bag, so it's got to be done on their world ranking. It's got to be done on their performance here at the VNL, and a win against Türkiye would certainly help that.
Well, there's no better way to score points than by beating the #1 team in the world. It's the best way that you can add in this competition. That there's not going to be a bigger gap that they'll find. So this is a chance that they're going to have to really go for, and it could set up or make them a lot closer to securing their bid to be in Paris.
Baladin is not going to start this 5th set.
But she is testing out that calf on the sideline. She's doing some jogs, some block movements. But if Karakurt has her way, Baladin can stay on the bench, have a rest.
So too Vargas, for that matter. But I suspect we might well see it as a tactical substitution, even if things, whichever way things are going, because it's you take off one world-class player, bring on another, all to add to your front row attacking. The 5th set is underway here in Antalya. Japan with the serve. Türkiye looking for the side out. And they'll get it. They talk about potential players of the match. That's one of them. Move again with the way she's come, particularly probably halfway through set 2, set 3, 4. She's just been really, really good. Nice bit of cover from Yamada. Cheeky play that from Japan, well watched. That was very impressive from Richi.
Well, for Japan here, they have to settle into their rhythm really fast. They have to find the things that were working for them, so the disruption and the variation in their attack.
That's invasion against Japan, playing it on the side of Türkiye. The back row play didn't matter either, it's still played on the side of Japan, and now they call timeout. 3-0 down, what a start, Türkiye. It's a big stat for Türkiye, 14 blocks to 7. The fact that Japan have got 7 blocks is also impressive. Touch. Really difficult to try and hit a winner in that situation. That's good work, it has to go behind. And it's a net touch from Karakurt.
So good patience from Japan, good determination. Koga gets dug on her first swing, they get another chance. She makes a smart play and forces an extra swing from Karakurt. And in this case, one swing too many.
Lovely. That was smart play, not trying to hit it steep, but to find the space in the back row. It's taken a little bit of momentum out of things at Japan, these couple of points. Oh, and then a cheeky net serve ace for 3-3.
And this will be the area where Japan is going to target. It's the bunch of players. They can bunch up the attackers. They can bunch up the setter on their approach. And with Akos in one, they can be really aggressive in almost 2/3 of the court.
Good serve. Oh, you are kidding me! You have got to be kidding! That might well be the play of the match, the save of the match.
Absolutely phenomenal determination to not give up on that play and to fight for the angle to make another opportunity for the team to keep the ball alive.
Unreal volleyball. Away through from Karakurt, but Japan are back in this set.
Well, it took some really smart serving and a couple of gutsy efforts. But Turkey not having it their own way, they're really going to have to gut this one out.
Well played. Do you know what, if there was ever a team that had the perfect sponsorship on their jerseys, it's Japan. Because they, even the men as well, they're playing console volleyball at times. They really are.
They do some absolutely phenomenal things. But had a good variation there in attack. Not going to Koga, keeping some space there for when they need her later on.
Nice set. Great dig. Koga can't manipulate that one off the block though. Chance again for Türkiye, but that's too big. Wow, wow, wow, wow, what a turnaround, 6-4.
So another swing, another swing, another swing. Japan just grinding them down. But they need to make sure that when they get their opportunities, they can be efficient as well.
One too many times with that play. But that does work. Just.
And one of the rare moments that Japan gets caught not in position to play here. So Koga stopping short, the touch off the net, maybe thinking Araki was going to play this ball.
She made that first step as well. She needed to keep going. Oh yes, first time we've seen that play for a while.
And that's the variation. They know the ball is going that direction, so the Türkiye block is really trying to release out to the antenna and make her hit a sharp angle. She's there before they realize she's on them, and the defense is not set.
Not coming back. 8-5 Japan. We're going to have a side switch now. We're going to change ends. And goodness me, 3-0. Suddenly, they're 3 behind. Türkiye.
And other than one of the greatest digs that we've seen so far in this young VNL, it's a fantastic save play.
I can't think of a better dig in a VNL, actually, a save play like that. That close to the net, without going under the net, without touching the net, without, and putting it in a spot where suddenly, it wasn't just the fact it was touched, was, as you mentioned, that is the play of the day, could be the play of the VNL.
Early call from you, Clayton.
Get it out, I'll get it in there now, yeah. Go for it. Let's see what can beat it this week.
You need to accelerate. The shot on the line is good. Don't search the finger if you cannot search the finger, because they are in this way. Okay, wait the right moment. Right, come on.
And the discussion about when the moment is to play against the option that they want to work, particularly when they can get the Japanese setter front row. Can they exploit that matchup as much as they can? But the feel from the hitters that they don't seem so comfortable taking those big risks. They really want to just play strong.
Someone's going to try and get this one on the floor. Oh, goodness. Oh! Unreal. It wasn't, I mean, that save was then suddenly right on the net. All right, it was a bit tight, but then the set.
Well, Kojima never took herself out of the play. She stayed in a position and was able to chase it down. But then the aggression of getting the ball to the net, so the setter holds the middle because they can be there with the ball on the net. She can dump, she can play first tempo, and that opens up space everywhere on the court, adding the parts of the play as they go along, Japan.
9-5. Is there another twist in this match to come? That's way too tight. 10-5. This is Japan's to lose right now.
Well, all the things that were working for them in the early part of the game have come back. Speaking of coming back, we see the change for
Cue the
Turkiye.
music!
Yeah.
Cue the music!
Maybe time to put the cape on.
Where's the Hollywood cameras? Come on, there's something to wear a Tinseltown right now, because this could be the stuff of movies. Baladin's back in, cramp free. And Vargas is the player that gets that ball off the block for the side out.
And for her, a change. She found the shot. She didn't try and do too much. She didn't try and blast the ball. She's okay with playing that ball off the top of the block. So for her, good composure, just when Türkiye needs it.
Good ball. Well played, Türkiye. Lovely. That was a nice variation as well from the set. Looked like it was going to be a second ball over coming, and then moved it out to, again, disrupt the block.
Yeah, the fake spike approach, and then from Ishikawa, a really good controlled, composed swing. Similar to what we saw from Vargas the point before, just finding that top of the block on the outside hand and making it really tough for the Türkiye defense to have any impact on the play.
11-6, they are 4 points away from what will be a historic win here, really, for Japan. Well, Vargas is going to have something to say about it, that's for sure, but they need more than just side-out points.
Well, we saw it from the Japanese men last year in the VNL. They got off to an absolutely flying start. Maybe it's the women's turn this year.
Is in, and now back out again.
And this side out now for Japan. If they can be efficient in this side out, they have some chances to use.
God, what a serve. Just defended, really. Is that off the hands? It is. That is exactly what they needed.
And going the other direction, not letting the Turkish block settle into a rhythm against her. Instead of waiting, she steps on the ball early and goes sharp cross-court. But we see the substitution for Türkiye, Sahin coming in.
And it's not a great rotation either. Only the middle blocker is in a comfortable position here. We have seen Karakurt not make it from the left-hand side. She's going to have to. She's going to have to, but she hasn't. They're going to look for touches now. Is there a touch from Japan? No admission. Mind you, they didn't admit the last one and they did touch it, so we'll not take anything from that. They're not worried about the fair play award here. They want to win. And if it means that they can just delay things a second or two to compose themselves, if there is a touch, which is massive from Yamada, then that's what they'll do. But still, look at this, 3 points needed for Japan. They could side out every other point here, couldn't they, and get it done.
The maths is in their favour, but we don't play the game on paper.
We do not. We play it on the court. IRL, and this is going to be a struggle. Chance for Türkiye. Karakurt. Goes again. Oh, Dictastic. Third time lucky. No! Yes! Yes, he is! She gave that a little extra sauce.
Well, when hitting it sharp and hard doesn't work, hit sharper, hit harder. And the willingness to take the risk in the big moments is that's one of the things that makes her such a great player. And that last step of the ball where she gets there and has the control with the long, slow arm swing to drag that ball back inside the block.
Not to be from Baladin. 13-9. Japan 2 away.
But for Turkey right now, one-time side out. Baladin in the back row, so probably no pipe attack. Strong service from here gives Japan probably a 2 option.
It's got to go to Karakurt, doesn't it? But it doesn't. It doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't is because Erdogan has had such a good match. And Sahin knows that she can do something.
Well, and they've just set 3 balls in a row to Karakurt, so that everyone's thinking Karakurt. So great composure to choose the other option and keep another hitter warm.
A side out here for Japan would mean match point. Koga gets it. Again, from outside to in, a quick ball. The block can't get there in time because they don't see it coming. Match point, 4 of them. Oh, you are having a laugh. Well played, Türkiye. That ball, how did that even get dug? That was on the floor. That was...
Well, Yamada, phenomenal job in defense to stand there and hold her body position. So not falling away, not collapsing, where she can control with the platform and keep the ball in the middle of the court. Great technique under pressure.
Unbelievable technique. 3 chances. Karakurt does the right thing. She makes Japan have to do something with it, and they've got a break point opportunity. Oh, Kojima somehow in the way of it. Koga somehow gets it off the block, and it is a win for Japan. It is incredible. It's gone quiet here in Antalya. 10,000 fans stunned. Japan have just beaten the world #1s.
When they did it with determination, they did it with disruption, they did it by forcing the game to be played on their terms. A fantastic job from Japan.